But obviously, you had a career after the UFC. You fought outside the UFC. And one fight I'm going to have to mention, just because I personally think he's the greatest heavyweight of all time, is you fought the GOAT lad, Fedor. What's it like fighting the last Emperor?
Yeah. Oh, man, it was super exciting. I really wish I wouldn't have lost my cool in that fight, because we're starting off, and I knew that his chin had been gone, and look, Bader proved that in their fight when he caught him with the extended hook jab, and knocked him down. So in the fight, though, I hit him with a jab, and he fell down, and I ran up, and then I kind of got mad in the fight, because I had him pinned against the cage, and I was about to throw a knee and finish the fight. And before that, though, the Bellator came up to us the week before and said, hey, we're going by the new rules. If there's one hand on the ground, that's all it takes. If it's weight bearing, then you can throw to the head. And then when we get there, there's a piece of paper in my room saying, no, sorry, the commission's gonna have us go by the original rule. It's two hands, down or something like that, or whatever. I'm still confused on what happened. Then I go in the locker room, and Mike Beltran, our referee, comes in and goes, okay, I know they left the letter in your room and this and that, but we're actually going by this. So the rules had switched about 3 times in the last week. So as I pin Fedor's head against the cage, if you watch the fight again, I have him with an underhook, and I have a frame on his head, and I want to throw this knee, and I'm actually running through my head, am I allowed to do this or not? Am I going to get DQ'd? Well, Fedor is one of the best heavyweights that ever lived. That amount of time that I hesitated because I was confused, he throws me with an Uchimata, right? And so it's one of my best throws, and my ego for once kicked in. And so if you watch after that, as soon as I get back up to my feet, I'm throwing haymaker after haymaker. I'm not even being a martial artist anymore. I'm just purely I turn into a street fighter. I was so angry. And then he, a very sharp fighter, took my head off for it. And so I'm disappointed in myself for losing control of my mind. So that's one of those moments in life that will actually be burned into my soul, to be like, I lost control of my mind and handed the victory on a platter to where I made it to where somebody who was extremely skilled was able to take advantage of.
Yeah, what I want to ask is, obviously I've never fought for Bellator. What's the difference between fighting in the UFC and Bellator? Is it just exactly the same? Everything just...
No, UFC is definitely the big leagues, you know what I mean? They really are. There's a reason why they're the lion's share of it. Bellator is much more mom and pop, and I like Scott Coker a lot. It reminds me kind of the UFC was when I first got to the UFC in 2001. Which is weird, though, because Bellator's been around for a long time. They never transitioned beyond that. Coker's a good guy. I really like him. He's a very enjoyable person to talk to. But yeah, much more close-knit and smaller with the Bellator, where UFC is it's a machine. You know what I mean? It'd be like playing, high school football versus the NFL.